Yo, what's up? I got a bit to cover today. I got a bit to chat about. I'm on my walk. It'll probably be 25 minutes. So I won't be on here for too long. But I do want to talk about some stuff. And I'm going to ask for a favor. So when some people hop on, I'm going to ask for a favor. Small favor. But if you could help someone out, I'd appreciate it. So let's switch hands. So the first thing I want to talk about, the first point I want to talk about is failure. Come on. And learning how to fail. And alongside learning how to fail is also learning how to receive rejection, which I guess is a type of failure. You know, rejection, failure, either one, it's not very nice. But on the other side of rejection, the other side of failure, that's where success is. You know, that's where we achieve the things that we're really chasing. So I'm doing a challenge. I'm doing a challenge to break through limiting beliefs. If you listen to everybody who told you something was impossible, you'd never do anything. Because it's impossible to someone who hasn't done it. And most of the time, the people that we're surrounded by haven't done the thing that we're chasing. So I want to talk about failure, and I want to talk about rejection, and then I want to talk about a challenge that I've set for myself and how I'm putting myself out there to potentially receive rejection, but it's a part of it, right? The more times we fail, the quicker we increase our failure rate, the quicker we get to success. So I've had an idea for this challenge for a while. The challenge basically is to find a list of people that, yo, what's up? Find a list of people that seem unreachable. It seems impossible to be able to contact these people. So think about champion level athletes, high level entrepreneurs. We're thinking about people that have fame, but people that I'm interested in picking their brain and having a conversation with. And I heard this thing, you're 7 people away from talking to anybody in the world. It's like a compounding effect. If you know 50 to 100 people and then you talk to the next person, they know 50 to 100 people. And by the time you've hit 5 to 6 people, that's compounded over to 1 billion different people. So by the time we hit 7 different people, that is over multiple billions. So the challenge is, I've got some names. Not everyone might know these names, but I'll drop them anyway. The first one's UFC world champion, Alexander Volkanovski. I've got Joe Rogan. I've got the CEO of Instagram. And like, I'm going big, and you're probably going to be like, bro, that's impossible. That's not going to happen. But that's the point. My goal is to show my boy that if you set your mind to anything, you can achieve anything. Anyway, so I've had this idea and I haven't verbalized it. I verbalized it on a live last night because you can't expect anything to happen if you don't put it out there into the world. So I put it out there into the world. And yesterday afternoon, I was on Instagram and I seen Alex Volkanovski, one of the people on my list. He dropped a reel saying he released a new protein bar. And I'm getting somewhere, just bear with me for a second. He released a new protein bar and he's given a giveaway where he's going to fly you over. And I look like I'm about to cry. It's because I'm looking at the sun, especially this side of my face. He's going to fly you over to Sydney. You get to hang out with him, one-on-one session with training, and then be on YouTube cooking with Volk. And I'm like, if this isn't the sign ask the question. He seems really sad, super sad, especially if you got limiting beliefs. So he's gonna fly you over, and I'm like, so what you have to do is you have to film a reel promoting the protein bar and do like some type of impersonation of him. So I'm just gonna do it. Like, it's a limiting belief that I would never be able to meet this world champion. I've had that limiting belief of like, oh, I'm just a normal guy, I'm a normal dad. You see my YouTube, like I'm just someone who's on the path to financial freedom. My chin's down because I'm looking down, but my chin's up, and I'm just doing it. So I'm putting myself out there, and if you're interested, the same handle on YouTube, I got the Instagram, and that's where I'm going to be posting it. So I'm posting it tonight, and if you want to vote for me because it's a people choice. Whoever gets the most amount of votes gets flown over, gets to meet him, gets to go on to YouTube with him. And I'm like, that's one person on my list. But I'm assuming you struggle with fear and have overcome, maybe not fear, I guess you could say the fear of failure. But I'm just past that point of caring what other people think. So I used to have limiting beliefs on myself that I couldn't achieve certain tasks. And I think generalizing, most people around you that lived normal lives in suburbia, your 9 to 5s, they don't want you to succeed because it makes them feel worse about their life. And that's why I started posting online, because I just wanted to start creating. I just wanted to start shifting from being a person who works a job, gets on their phone once they finish, they consume content, and they do it all over again. So I started creating content. I started giving myself challenges. And that's why I gave myself the challenge to meet people that seem impossible to meet. It seems like it would be unattainable to have these conversations with these people. So I'll go over my list again. And if you had the option to meet anybody in real life that you would like to pick their brain or like spend an afternoon hanging out with them in their like field of expertise. So for example, Alexander Volkanovski, UFC champion, to be able to train with him. He's also cooking with Volk, to be able to like cook up a meal and enjoy a meal together. That'd be awesome. For me, I'm a really big Stephen King fan. That's what got me into reading. Man, I'd love to get on a video chat with Stephen King and just talk about The Dark Tower. Like, that'd be a dream. And people say stuff like that, right? Like, it would be a dream. It would be a dream to do something like that. What's the odds I come across you live, brother? How are you going? Jess, Billy, that kid. Yo, what's up? Crazy, small world. So there's people. Another one is like the CEO of Instagram, right? Like, you're not going to meet someone who's like such a big founder or CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company, but with that mindset, you're not going to be able to do it. So that's why I started this challenge. That's why I'm putting myself out there. And I'm curious, who would you meet if you could meet anyone? If it's a sports champion, if it's a famous person. I'm not really doing it for fame. I'm doing it for like conversations and questions that I can better myself with. Ray will make sure hop over to the channel, give a subscribe, watch the other videos. I'd appreciate it. Hopefully I see your comment later, and hop over to the Instagram, see this challenge that I'm posting tonight, or this reel, and vote for me, because yeah, I'm making it happen. So I appreciate you. So that's what I'm doing. It seems far-fetched. Most people think it's impossible. They feel like they're not going to be able to achieve it. But that's what I'm doing. I'm breaking that whole belief system, that whole limiting belief. And if you're that way inclined, I don't want you around me. I want people who are willing to challenge themselves, willing to do things that seem impossible, especially to normal people. Put yourself out there. take those risks. And this is going back to what I was talking about at the start of the live, is that learning to face failure and rejection. Because along the way, I'm going to face a lot of no's, a lot of rejection, but it's not gonna stop me on my journey. I'll just move on to the next one. And that's something that martial arts has given me, right? Martial arts, you win or you learn. Okay, when you think about losing, you take away the option, or you take away the opportunity to learn from all the mistakes you made. So mistakes are good things. Mistakes can be bad and they can be crippling if you can't learn from them. And that's the thing about winning. When you always win, you think you're doing something right. And if you keep doing it and it keeps working, well, keep doing it. But at some point, percentage-wise, whatever you're doing, you're going to face challenges, adversity, and you're going to have to learn to adjust, to learn from it, and to come back better next time. And that's the art of learning how to fail correctly, is by taking the mistakes, by taking the lessons and improving yourself every single time. So I put myself out there, I'm giving myself the challenge, and hopefully I tick the first person off my list. Like, it would be such a privilege to meet the people I've written down, and I know most of yous are not going to think it's going to happen, but I don't need yous to believe in it. The only person I need to believe in it is myself. And that's like anything you're doing. If you don't believe in it, how can you expect anyone else to? So if you haven't already, hop over, give the channel a subscribe, watch some other content, comment, and hop over to the Instagram, same handle as my YouTube, and see the post that's coming out tonight, because that's the first step to achieving this challenge. Yeah, my walk is almost at an end. I got about 5 minutes. So if anyone does have any other questions, let me know. Yeah, look at this. Look at this nature. Okay, that's me. I'm at the end of my path. I appreciate all that watched, and stay tuned. Stay tuned for great things.